here is Bryant. He's really flipped the script with his performance here in the second half. To the inside. The bump, the drive. Oh! Watch out below. Run for cover, young fella.
Yeah, it's that street park. We blacking out. Remember we used to be in 262, 21. We be playing ball, the sun against us shooting. I be rapping, singing us shooting. We like, they shooting.
We're at the sold-out Amway Arena. Welcome, everyone. How many games left will it be? It's on the line tonight with Clark Kellogg, Kevin Harlan to present Game 5 of the NBA Finals. You can feel the intensity in the crowd. Here's the starting five. T-Mobile presents our lineup for Stan Van Gundy and Phil Jackson. You look at the Magic. They are certainly in a do-or-die position, trailing 3 games to 1. Uphill climb to be sure. They need to win every game from here on out to stay alive.
But you can't win every game if you don't win the first one, Kevin. And that's where the energy and focus has to be. One step at a time. And I'm sure this team won't have any problem focusing everything on Game 5 here.
And now, time for these Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. Clark, let's take a look at the Lakers. What will be the key for them?
Well, they've got to find a way to limit Dwight. No question about it. He's an imposing force with his shot-blocking ability. You might have thought he played volleyball the way he spikes them down. When they drive it to the rack, they better know where he is.
And Clark, how about Orlando? What should they key on?
Kevin, it's going to come down to how well they deal with Kobe Bryant. Over the last 6 games, he's been on a roll, a major roll. His scoring is way up. He's really flowing.
Oh, this should be fun to watch. Thank you, Clark. Here's Fisher. Defended by Carter. To Fisher. Tipped. Bryant. 5 on the shot clock. Now Bynum. There are so many stories in the NBA, especially with the good teams like the Los Angeles Lakers and with rising stars like Andrew Bynum. But with Bynum and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar working together, I mean, those have got to be priceless workers. And one I'm sure Bynum will look back and say, thank goodness I Now Nelson. Here's Lewis, covered by Artest. Here's Carter. Bryant with the rebound.
How much better a look do you need? Good mid-range shooter. Should have been money in the bank.
Lakers on D. They come into this game following a tremendous win on Wednesday.
One of the big things they did, shot blocking. Big-time shot blocking. You don't see this kind of impact very often. There were some exciting plays going on in the shot blocking arena.
It's blocked, not the stop, thanks to the block by Gasol. And here is Bryant, started by Nelson, and that one's good from Fisher.
That's a good example of excellent communication. The nice lead pass led his teammate right to the rim for the basket.
Now Nelson. Defended by Bryant. From 17 feet out. And Andrew Bynum pulls it down.
Great defense there. Challenged the path of the shooter, which caused the miss.
Great finish in traffic.
Kobe Bryant is one of the game's top point makers. But it's not just all about scoring. He scores because his footwork complements his agility, and his savvy and smarts are at the top of the chart.
Now here's Bass. Shoots from the corner. Bryant with the rebound.
With that, they find themselves missing on 4 of their first 5 shot attempts. That's not a good start. Actually, it's a bad start for them. Now, something else interesting about Kobe Bryant is he's done an about-face on Andrew Bynum. Highly critical of him a few seasons ago. really embracing what he brings to the table now.
He knocks down the first one. And he splits the free throw.
And that makes them 4 or 5 now. Their first miss of the game. Terrific start thus far.
Lewis trains it for 3.
This is called you must extend your defense, especially on the three-point marks.
Here's Bryant. Bryant is called for charging. That's his first foul of the game.
Great job by the defender that time. He got his feet set, stood his ground, and absorbed the contact.
Bynum will head to the bench. Orlando trailing here. Here's Nelson. The shot is off, and the Lakers go with it the other way. Kobe backs in. Stolen by Lewis. Up ahead. A quote to Carter. Turnover by the Magic.
Sometimes you just don't connect. They can't dwell on it. They've got to move on and just D up and get it back.
Here's Fisher. About 8.5 minutes left in the first. Kick out outside. Bryant. Can't get it to fall from downtown.
They're going to have a little more patience on offense, Kevin. They're rushing.
Turnover by the Magic.
A little miscommunication on that one. Both guys have to be on the same page when you're moving the ball around.
Here's Fisher. To Bryant. Defended by Carter. Gasol. Passes back. And here is Bryant. Hard test with the ball. Whips it down with both hands.
He's not the guy you would expect to compete in the dunk contest, but he can still throw it down when he needs to.
Now Nelson. Nelson to the right wing. And he makes the first one. Dort is in it powerful. Gets them both. Here's Fisher. Under 8 minutes left in the first quarter. To Odom. Baseline jumper, and that one's good.
They're really giving them all they can handle here. The defense is having a hard time keeping up.
It's Vince Carter on the wing. And as you mentioned, the defense has stepped slow trying to defend this offensive onslaught.
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, when they're shooting at such a high percentage like they are, they're really difficult to beat.
The Lakers made such a great acquisition when they got Pau Gasol from Memphis Grizzlies. I laugh when I say that, as you do too, because you wonder how that even happened.
Yeah, it looked like somebody got bamboozled on that one, but clearly the Lakers benefited in that Gasol is a perfect complement to Kobe Bryant, to Lamar Odom, to the rest of that Lakers club. And then he's a big guy that can step away from the basket and score. Actually, him and Bynum together, a tremendous tandem. But he brings a varied skill set. That helps the Lakers be championship caliber.
Here's Bryant, off target for 3.
That was not good shot selection. You need to be patient, move the ball, move the defense, and find someone for an open shot.
And here is Bryant.
That's how you make them pay. Solid defense results in extra opportunity.
Out Carter, defended by Bryant. Shoots it up. Lamar Odom pulls it in.
He hasn't been able to get on track here.
The Lakers in the lead. Here's Gasol. Drops it in on the layup.
He's off to a strong start here in the quarter. Perfect from the field.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Now Nelson. Under 6 minutes left in the first. Carter. Kept alive. Howard in the post. He's up against Gasol. To Nelson. Gordon. Lewis on the way. Great anticipation.
The lob was a little misjudged and he couldn't get control of it. Kobe Bryant. There's a lot of meat on Kobe's game, and ironically, his name refers to a steak. He was named after a steak. And that young man has meat on his game for days.
Here's Lewis. On the shot clock. Low block. Got a hand on it. That's a 24-second violation, and they'll turn it over. Some changes for the Magic. And the Lakers have possession, leading by 12. Here's Odom. Off target from downtown. The Magic looking for a basket to put an end to this run.
Yeah, they need a bucket soon before this gets out of hand.
He's pummeled and will have a chance for two at the line. And there's the foul against the Lakers. Shooting. He knocks down the first one. Gets them both. So it's the Lakers now. It's a 10-point game. About 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Gasol backs him down. On the shot clock. Odom on the way. Here's Bryant. Can't get it to go. The Magic the other way.
Kevin, you got a decent look there. And you want to see him continue to shoot that shot.
Carter, that's good. And it's the Lakers ball. Got a piece of it. Stolen away by the Magic.
You have to play smart with the ball in your hand.
Carter. Rebounded by Odom.
They're going to have a little more patience on offense, Kevin. They're rushing.
Here's Bryant. Gets in close. Almost a three-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for two. Clark, when they write the final chapter on Kobe Bryant, where will he rank in this game?
Well, I think he'll be a Hall of Famer, first ballot, no doubt. When you consider the guys that have come into the NBA right out of high school, he will be considered one of the forerunners to having successful careers as a guy who never played in college. Actually, he may go down, when you consider him and LeBron James and some others, he very well could go. Kevin Garnett, he could very well go down maybe as the highest scoring of that group of players that have come into the NBA.
Most spectacular player, maybe of his generation right now. I mean, there's been Dominique, there's been Michael, but now in this generation.
Yeah, I think he'd be right there. As a matter of fact, you could put him in a group of all-time most dynamic and dominating players. Time will tell where those guys are at.
And here is Howard. Laid in softly off the glass. So it's the Lakers now. They're leading by 8. To Gasol. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack. 10 points for him.
He's really doing a nice job leading his team and setting a terrific pace this quarter. He's been absolutely dominant.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And here is Johnson. Dumps it off. Here's Barnes. No luck on the three-point attempt. And here comes Kobe Bryant. 10-point lead. With the fadeaway. Falls it in. And Clark, a pretty effort clearing the boards by Howard. Flushes it with the one-handed jam. He's got 10.
When he gets it that close, forget about it. It's all over.
Kobe blocked the Lakers with the last touch.
He's been finding the open man over and over this quarter.
He really has, Clark. Whenever a player is getting his teammates involved, good things always seem to happen.
Without a doubt. When one guy is finding his teammates, everybody starts running and filling the lanes, and it just builds on the positive momentum.
And here is Johnson. 2:28 left in the first. Johnson. To Barnes. Guarded by Odom. Money with the post shot.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not grinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Some changes for the Magic. And the Lakers have possession. 6-point game. Inside to Gasol. Dumps it off. Here's Bynum. Goes up. Connects from in close. 5 points in the game.
He saw the height mismatch and went to work immediately. That's smart basketball.
Here's Reddick. Off the mark with the 3-ball. The Lakers in the lead. To Farmer. Johnson on him. Vujicic. Pass. Snatches it inside.
Well, he doesn't have the softest touch. And with the D right in his face, that made all the difference.
And it's Carter missing.
Tough D forces him to miss it at the rim. You won't see that very often.
Here's Bynum from short range. Can't get it to go. The Magic the other way. 53 seconds left in the first quarter. to Carter. The dump off to Johnson. Bass. He's up against Gasol. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. So it's the Lakers now. They're leading by 8 to Farmer. 6-second difference between the shot and the gameplay. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Bass is there. It's stolen by Johnson.
And even though they have an early lead, they need to focus on squeezing the arm.
Top of the key. Here's Redick. Misses the buzzer beater. The Lakers have taken the early lead.
Yeah, their interior D has been terrific. They're throwing shots out of there left and right.
We're at the end of one. The score, 27-19. Welcome back to the beginning of the second quarter. We're getting underway. So it's the Lakers now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Got a piece of it. The steal by the Magic. Dumps it off. Howard in the post. Howe on him. Peaches. Kept alive. From inside. Howard can't hit.
What more can he ask for? Came up against very little defensive resistance, then boxed the layup.
Here's our test. Oh, barely misses the shot, but he'll go to the line for two. That's on Dwight Howard.
Ron Artest, Defensive Player of the Year in 2004, one of the most versatile and feared defenders in all of the NBA. This guy is strong, he's aggressive, and his mindset is to shut down the guy he's guarding. He's got excellent feet, strong hands. I don't think there's a stronger guy in the NBA than Ron Artest, pound for pound.
He's off on the second. Here's Bynum. Hook it off the offensive rebound. He has 7.
You have to block this guy out, Kevin. He's just too active on the boards to be left alone.
The handoff to Howard. Bounce pass. Here's Lewis. Covered by Artest. Nelson. Good from 11 feet out. Nice bucket by the 6-year veteran out of St. Joe's. To Bynum. From 17 feet out. That's good. Here comes Jameer Nelson. Here's Lewis. The shot misses. And the Lakers go with it the other way. Here's Bryant. Peaches grabs the rebound inside. On offense, here are the Magic. They trail by 11. Peaches. No good on the baseline J.
Smart D forced him into taking that mid-range jump shot, and as you might expect, he wasn't able to knock it down.
Pau Gasol. He's got 10. Scooped up.
That's his bread and butter. That's his meal ticket. That's who he is. That's what he does. Crash the boards, snatch it down, and then jam it back in. That's outstanding tenacity on the backboard.
Here's Nelson on the mark with the triple. 5 points in the game.
can be dangerous from out there. As a matter of fact, he can be lethal. His first from the arc after having none in the first quarter. Keep an eye on him.
And here is Bryant. He's got 8. Peaches. Hits in the reverse jam. Here's Fisher. They're leading by 8. And here is Bryant. Tries to get it going. In close.
Nothing working for him here. He's just really struggling to find the basket.
Nelson. No good. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Now Nelson. He has 5. Here's Bynum. Drains it from the low block.
That's a good look. Very nice.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And both teams will make some substitutions. Now Nelson. About 8.5 minutes left in the half. Right wing. Court down low. Here's Lewis. Kept alive. Peaches makes the long-distance connection.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here. They're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Magic. Knocked loose. And it'll go the other way. The Magic turn it over. Here's Nelson from close range. Finishes with the soft touch. He's got 7. Here's Fisher. Here's Gasol. Almost a 3-point opportunity. Instead, they go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Brandon Bass.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
And he makes the first one. Gets them both. And it's the Magic with the ball. 7-point differential. Seconds to shoot. Lewis with 1 on the clock. Gasol with the rebound.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Vujicic's shot is off.
That was not good shot selection. You need to be patient, move the ball, move the defense, and find someone for an open shot. Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish inside.
Here's Fisher. Gently drops it in. Nice shot by the 14th-year veteran out of Little Rock. Here's Lewis. The shot is off. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way. Vujicic. Too much mustard on that one.
Well, Kevin, they need to crash the boards effectively here.
Here's Lewis. Hangs in the air. Lays it right in. He has 5. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Vujicic. Tries to drop it in, but it won't go. Orlando trailing here. The break is up. To Petrus. Petrus Winding down, and the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. And you're right, they need to rebound more effectively if they want to come back.
They need to do that and make all of the small plays, the little things, the loose balls, 50-50 balls that don't show up in the stat sheet, yet put your team in position to win.
Now Nelson following the bucket by the Lakers. Here's Nelson. The shot is off. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Oh, just missing, but he'll get 2 shots at the line.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
He knocks down the first one. Some changes for the Magic. Gets them both. Now Nelson. He has 7. Hart backs down. Dumps it off. Here's Lewis. Can't hit from beyond the arc.
Kevin, they've got the edge here in rebounding. They're doing a good job of blocking out and then pursuing the basketball. That's good fundamental action.
Nice job on the assist by Walton. Now Nelson. Lewis misses everything with the triple. And Clark, as you were saying, with today's athletes, the difference usually does come down to good technique and certainly fundamentals.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin. Everybody in the NBA is an athlete, so you've got to take care of your business in a fundamental way, especially when it comes to rebounding.
Turnover by the Magic.
Come on now, the court's 94 feet long, son. You got to stay in bounds.
Nice game. Great performance by Lamar Odom.
He's just inhaling rebounds early on. Everything that comes off the glass, he's claiming.
He really has been doing a fantastic job of both boxing his man out and getting to loose balls as well.
And I bet you he picked up some missed shot tendencies while reviewing the tape for this game. He's anticipating beautifully where the missed shots are going to fall, and he's chasing them down.
Here's Fisher. It's a 13-point game. And the Lakers call time here. Different groups have to go for the Lakers. And here is Bryant. He's got 8. Looking to heat up a bit. Nails it from close range. He's got 10.
There is no better finisher in the NBA than Kobe Bryant. When he's got you down, he wants to keep you down and step on you.
Now Nelson. He's got 7. It's tipped. Stolen by Farmer. Here's Bryant. Nails it from the wing. Sweet touch by the 14th-year veteran out of Lower Marion High School. Here's Farmer. Rips it down with one hand.
They're showing no mercy. This lead just keeps on growing.
Nelson nets it from the wing. 9 points in the game so far.
I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
Flushes it with the one-handed jam.
He is such a high flyer. Eye-popping dunks like that for him are second nature.
In low to Howard. Thornton was parked down low and got hit with the 3-second call. And the Lakers have possession. 19-point game. To Farmer. Here's Bryant on the paint. Graceful finish. 16 points for him.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
Now Nelson. He's got 9. Here's Lewis. What a shot! He's shooting 40% from downtown. Farmer to Brown. Howe has it, and that's his 8th rebound of the contest. The dump off to Nelson. Screen by Howard. Dumps it off. Rebounded by Odom.
They've been really strong on the glass thus far.
Sure have. The alley-oop. Tried to convert on the alley-oop, but snatched away. Stolen away by Odom. Here's Bryant. Gets in close. Shot. No good. The Magic the other way. And you know, Clark, that strength on the glass is a big factor in this league.
Kevin, you can't deny it. There's no question about it. When you can control the rebounding area, you typically can control the game. You have to question his shot selection, Kevin. Poor shots equal bricks and misses.
Bryant on the inside. Lays it in off the glass. 18 points for him.
He's looking to have a big game. He did a solid job in the first, but he's building on that now here in the second.
And here is Howard. Here's Lewis. Stolen by the Lakers.
When you look at these two teams, Kevin, you can see they're at a disadvantage when it comes to holding on to the ball.
The Lakers giving up on the turnover. That's their 7th. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
He's been pouring it on in the last few minutes and has been a force offensively. Things will really start to open up for his teammates now because he demands an awful lot of attention.
The Magic changing it up. And here is Johnson. 41 seconds left in the second. Howard in the post. Bynum. Lead pass to the inside. Passes shot. Good. But like he was saying, coaching can't be happy with how they've been managing turnovers in this game. Horrible.
No, it's been bad, Kevin. Absolutely. Just frustrates your coach to no end. They need to limit the giveaways and take better care of the basketball to get this one tied up.
Howard backs him down. Shoots from the post. Laid in with the deep draped all over him.
Your best bet is to deny him that position. Do your work early on defense. Once he gets inside on you, you've already lost the battle. Talk about whipping some behind.
Yeah, lopsided game to say the least. The clock runs out and we're heading to halftime. The score, 62-44. Well, it's time for our T-Mobile halftime report. All right, let's look at the team stats. The Magic have been shooting themselves in the foot with their repeated turnovers.
Yeah, if they're going to have any chance to make a comeback, they've got to cut down on the miscues.
Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
And he's been snapping that net, Kev. That's what you love to see. Bucket, bucket, and then more buckets.
Welcome back to the start of the second half. You know, some of the fans at home are hoping for a comeback here. We'll see if that can happen as we start this quarter. Here's Fisher. 6 points for him. To Bryant. Shoots from 12. Kept alive. Here's Gasol. Count it. The rebound pays off. 16 points for him.
That's great hustle there, Kevin. Persistence pays.
Bass. Lays it right in. Nice bucket for the fifth-year veteran out of LSU. So it's the Lakers now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Fisher backs in. Here's Bryant. Off from three-point land. On offense, here are the Magic. They trail by 18. Carter, that's good.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Here's Fisher. Fisher from deep. Dwight grabs the board.
Well, the bad shooting continues for them to start this half.
Poked away. Here's Lewis. Hits the tray. 11 points in the game.
Well, that's an excellent job of getting to the bucket. They're rolling to start this half. Everything is clicking.
Here's Bynum. Stop the run. Fisher leads the game in assists.
It's a great look ahead up court to set up the easy, fast break finish.
Lewis. It's in for three.
That's exactly the kind of start that you want to see here in the second half. Good execution. Everybody contributing.
Now Bynum. He's got 15. And Gasol gets it to go.
Well, he's lighting it up. And that surprises no one. This guy is just a dynamite scorer.
On defense, the Lakers. They lead by 14. Here's Carter. Gasol with the rebound.
Well, I was starting to wonder if they'd ever miss one. What a great start to this third quarter.
The 15-footer dropped in by Bryant. He's got 20.
That's simply what a superstar does. He can make the most difficult plays look silky smooth.
To Carter, behind the arc. Gasol holds it in, and that's his 8th rebound of the contest. To the paint, here's Fisher, lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack. 8 points for him. Here comes Jameer Nelson. 9 points in the game so far. Now a timeout called by Orlando. Is in it powerful. Nelson wasn't careful with his position. He gets nailed with the backcourt violation. And here is Bryant. 20 points for him. The Lakers on a bit of a roll here. Throws it up.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Lewis buries the short-range jumper. 16 points for him.
That's a strong finish inside. That's where you want to work your magic, Kevin.
Here's Gasol. The shot is off. The Magic the other way.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
Here's Carter. A missed three.
Another miss, and his shooting percentage continues to go south.
to Bryant. Easy shot, and Vince Carter pulls it down. A challenging stretch here for Orlando. It's a 16-point game. Carter. A rebound by Gasol, and that gives him a double-double. Here's Bryant, and he continues to struggle.
He hasn't had the type of game that we thought we'd see, but despite that, the team is still doing quite well. There's been no answer for the three-point shot this half. They've dominated from behind the arc.
The steal.
So they still have the lead, but they really need to collect themselves and start taking care of the ball.
Rejected and collected. Great D by Kobe. Here's our test. No good from three-point land. Here comes Jameer Nelson. He's got 9. Not a piece of it. And he makes the first one. Gets them both. Here's Fisher. 8 points for him. Bryant puts up the baby hook. That's good. He's got 22.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Nelson. Off the mark from 3.
I'm surprised he missed that 3. The defense was very fortunate.
And here is Odom. Rebounded by Howard. And here now the Magic, trailing by 13. Carter, defended by Bryant. Fires from the elbow, and it's Carter missing.
Well, he's had a tough time shooting the ball today. His percentage has been way down compared to what he normally does. I think that's a big reason that they're down.
And Bryant gets it to go.
The fast break left the defense scrambling to react, and they couldn't get to him in time.
Now Nelson, 11 points in the game. It's off his foot, and they're saying he kicked the ball. Johnson is in at the point. Los Angeles is just getting everything they want inside.
Points in the paint have been the story so far, and I don't think it's going to change unless this team starts defending with physicality, bodying up without fouling.
Now Carter, 15 points in the game. Tries to get it going. Inside. Carter, that's good. And the Lakers call time here. A different group set to go for the Lakers. So it's the Lakers now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's Gasol. Dunks it down with one hand. 20 points for him.
Well, Kev, how many guys can throw down like that? Incredible.
Here's Lewis. Hits from long range.
He's been stroking it from long range all game long. Actually, most of his points have come from beyond the arc.
Here's Vujicic. About 5.5 minutes left in the third. Gasol backs him down. Vujicic kept alive. Here's Powell. Tries to lay it in, but it doesn't go. On offense, here are the Magic. It's a 13-point game. Lewis hits the bucket.
He can't be stopped. He's having a party out there.
So it's the Lakers now. They lead by 11. Here's Odom from close range. The shot is off. The Magic the other way. Lewis. He's off from three.
That was a judgment call. He took a quick shot there, but I thought it was a pretty good look.
Odom's shot. Good.
Way to distribute the basketball.
And here now the Magic, trailing by 13. Here's how.
That was ferocious. And he hung on the rim as if to say, your basket is my basket.
Here's Gasol. Cans it from in close. He's got 22.
He's been a go-to guy for him here in the quarter, doing an outstanding job putting the ball in the basket.
Lewis. Gasol grabs it, and that's his 12th rebound so far. And here's Los Angeles. Top of the key. To Powell. On the paint. Almost a three-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for two. That's on Dwight Howard.
Looked like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot.
He knocks down the first one. Gets them both. Now Carter. 17 points in the game. Carter. Covered by Vujacic. Puts up the baby hook. Scooped up. Here's Carter. Sinks the open shot. 19 points in the game.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
Here's Powell. Flushes it with the one-handed jam.
Too easy. Far too easy.
Seconds to shoot. And here is Johnson. Carter. Lamar Odom pulls it in.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Deflected. Here's Brown. The three won't fall.
They're going to have a little more patience on offense, Kevin. They're rushing.
Here's Carter. He gets hammered and they'll head to the line.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
Shooting two. And he makes the first one. Farmer is in at the point. Gets them both.
Kevin, they've been very efficient from the line today. Extremely efficient. Especially here in the second half. I mean, they've not missed one yet. 100% from the line. That's strong.
Here's Vujacic. Lewis grabs the board. 2:02 left in the third quarter. Carter drops it in on the layup. He's got 23.
He's really come out this quarter saying, give me the ball. I'm taking over. I'm demanding the ball. And you know what? He's delivered a tremendous performance this quarter.
It's going the other way. Nice block by Gordon. Here's Johnson. Cuts the score to single digits. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Gasol. Oh, the two-handed jam.
He's not a sensational dunker, but he flushed that one just to make sure.
Gordon was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. So it's the Lakers now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Inside to Gasol. Gordon gets the board inside. And here now the Magic. 11-point game. And it'll go the other way. The Magic turn it over.
That pass was just a tad off target, and he couldn't quite get both hands on it.
Has just asserted his will inside these past few minutes and is feasting off easy baskets.
Once he gets going inside, he's going to find a way to the basket no matter how many defenders are on him.
And the Lakers have possession. They lead by 11. Farmar to the wing. Good-looking screen by Gasol. To Vujacic. Off the pick. Gets the land.
Defender couldn't get around the pick, and his help didn't show up in time. Nice play for the layup right there.
It's Vince Carter on the wing. From down low. Hits the jumper. 23 points in the game.
My goodness, seems like he's got every point this quarter. Just an amazing job helping to cut into this lead.
And here is Johnson. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the Lakers have possession.
They'd be smart to hold it now for the last shot.
Hunt connects on the baseline jumper. 8 points for him. And here comes Carter. We're at the end of the third, and it's a double-digit game. The score, 93-83. Pau Gasol has played well. He's got a double-double, 24 points and 12 rebounds.
Well, he's doing a great job on D. He's been locking down the paint and has some big blocks.
The fourth quarter about to get started here in what's been an entertaining game. All right, the fourth quarter should begin momentarily. Let's quickly go over to Cheryl Miller, who spoke with Coach Phil Jackson.
Hey guys, he told them, finish strong inside. I want dunks, layups, or free throws. He made it pretty plain. He wants them in his locker. Kevin?
Thank you, Cheryl.
Yeah, he hasn't been up to form. They need him scoring well to be at their best, and that just hasn't been the case so far.
Farmo, guarded by Nelson, to Odom. From short range.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Kobe got all of that one. That's his second block so far. Bryant with the rejection, and it's still an 8-point game. Here's Bryant. Hits the elbow jumper. He's got 27.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot. He's extremely deadly from there.
And here we go with Jameer Nelson. 11 points in the game. And here is Bryant. 8-point game. Here's Bryant. Misses the tray.
That was not good shot selection. You need to be patient, move the ball, move the defense, and find someone for an open shot.
Now Nelson. Over Gasol. Kept alive. Nelson. Screen by Howard. Tipped. And Clark, you pointed out his great shot blocking ability and your keys to the game.
Yeah, he's a game changer inside, Kevin. He's got them hearing footsteps for sure. Well, he's playing a well-rounded game, and he's really helped them in a number of ways.
Now Nelson. To Barnes. And here is Howard, covered by Artest. On the mark by Howard, and he's got a double-double. And the Lakers have possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Artest. Oh, barely misses the shot, but he'll go to the line for two. That's on Dwight Howard.
That's a good call by the referee. There was definitely some contact on the release of the shot.
Can't sink the first. Good on number 2. Now Nelson. He's got 11. Here's Petrus in close. No up. And the Lakers go with it the other way. Deflects the pass. From inside, Petrus cleans the defensive glass. It's one-on-one. Here's Nelson. Drains it from short range. And the Lakers have possession. 7-point differential. Farmer gets in close, lays it right in.
That's the way to manufacture your shot against the taller defender. Solid effort.
Here's Howard, lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack. Nice shot by the 6-year veteran out of Southwest Atlantic Christian High School. Here's Farmer. Great play to stay with it. 26 points for him.
Well, that's where he's so dangerous. You let him hang around the rim area, and he'll make you pay, as we just saw. Oh, nice idea there. I think he lost his grip at the finish.
A steal by the Magic.
It's hard to make a pinpoint pass from that far away. He couldn't get a hold of it.
Here's Nelson. Scooped up. Here's Howard. Takes it up. Lifts it down with one hand. He's got 14. 8 in this quarter alone. Gasol. Just an unbelievable performance on the boards. Another rebound. Here's Howard. Dumps it off. It's blocked. But they get it back. And it's gathered up by Farmer.
Well, Kevin, he hasn't had a great game in terms of taking care of the ball and limiting turnovers.
It's one-on-one. Now Nelson. 13 points in the game. Here's Barnes. Flips it in off the sweet pick. Those turnovers may have an impact in other areas that part of this game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because anytime you're struggling taking care of the ball or with turnovers, it can sneak into your head a little bit and cause you to struggle in other parts of your game.
Now Nelson. Lamar Odom picking up that last basket. And here is Howard. He's up against Gasol. From short range.
They're showing a slight advantage on the boards in this one to this point, Kevin.
And here is Bryant, covered by Petrus. Kick out, perimeter. Gasol's in the post, working on Howard. 6 seconds to shoot. Bryant. It counts, and the foul. It's going to be on Petrus. And that slight advantage on the glass has helped them with the lead here.
Yeah, I expect that the team that grabs more rebounds, it's always one of the barometers in winning. Who controls the rebounding story? And if you out-rebound your opponent, typically you're going to have a chance to win.
Good for the three-point play.
When you see Kobe Bryant, you know about the numbers. He's a future Hall of Famer. But what many don't know and saw on display with the Redeem team is what kind of leader he is, what kind of worker he is, how hard he works at the defensive end of the floor as well as at the offensive end.
And here is Bryant after Lewis's three-pointer that didn't go. To Fisher. Bass gets the reach-in call. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Fisher. 8 points for him. Kept alive. Here's Bynum. It's off. Here comes Jameer Nelson. A 12-point game. Here's Petrus. Scooped up. Lewis. And here is Howard. Bynum under. Howard can't hit.
You can't D up a layup any better than that. Nice work.
Bynum gets the bucket. Now Nelson. He's got 13. Lewis on the way. Screen by Howard. Six seconds to shoot. And Nelson gets it to go. Timeout called the Lakers. Here's Fisher. He's got 8. Fisher with an assist this trip up would have 10 for the game. Here's Vujicic. Deflected. The Lakers maintain possession. Look at Rashard Lewis. What a contribution.
This is just a magnificent shooting performance we're watching here. The other team has to feel healthy.
He is lights out from beyond the arc, and he shows no signs of slowing down. Clark, what do you do as a coach and try and slow down the shooting?
Well, Kevin, sometimes there's not much you can do other than challenging every shot, maybe throwing different defenders at him, but sometimes you just have to hope that he misses some shots.
Here's Vujicic. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Powell inside. Here comes Jameer Nelson. Down by 12. Nelson can't cut the lead to single digits.
So far, it's been a challenge. He's been unable to get it going here in the fourth.
And here's Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And here now the Magic. The Lakers missing that time. Lewis gets the bucket.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket.
And the Lakers have possession. 10-point lead. Here's Fisher. Buries the free throw line jumper. They take a 12-point lead. Here comes Jameer Nelson. 15 points in the game. Screen by Howard. To Howard. Cans it from in close.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
So it's the Lakers now. It's a 10-point game.
You can't allow him to establish deep position like that. Once he gets it in that close, he's almost unstoppable.
Howard in the post. Bynum on it. Shoots from the post. Blocked. Outside. Here's Lewis. Fires the three. And that is good. He has 28 points for the game.
In the first half, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes. But finding themselves down now, they started to cast up a lot more triples.
The Lakers in the lead. Now Carter. The Lakers missing that time. It stays here. Here's Lewis. 28 points for him. Carter covered by Vujicic. Pass. Oh, just miss it, but he'll get 2 shots at the line.
That would have been a great play. Still, good job to get himself to the line.
Gets them both. And the Lakers have possession. They lead by 7. Here's Vujicic. And Vince Carter pulls it down.
They need to send out a search party to find his offense, Kev. It's been AWOL this whole quarter.
To Nelson. Count! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's on Andrew Bryant. Nelson. He completes the 3-point play. And the Lakers have possession. 4-point game. Brown to end the run. Puts it in for 2. Coach Van Gundy calls time. They're losing by 6. 1:56 left to the 4th. A different group set to go for the Lakers. Now Carter. He's got 23. Howard. Find him on it. The jump hook. Banks it home. They close the gap to 4.
It just goes to show you, folks, everybody in this league is a pro. Give them a shot like that, and they'll knock it down.
Coach Jackson signals for a timeout. They're up by 4. 1:48 left in the game. Here's Fisher. He's got 10. And here is Bryant. Flips it down.
By the time the D could react, it was too late. That's how to rise up for the throwdown.
Now Nelson. He's got 18. Seconds to shoot. Here's Lewis. Kept alive. Pass. Baseline. Swing pass. Now Nelson. He's covered by Fisher. Wide open. Scooped up to Carter. Nelson. And here is Howard. Goes back up from close range. The Lakers hit the block, and it's still a 6-point ball game. Stripped away by Carter. That'll be his second takeaway of the contest. Oh! Flushes it with the one-handed jam. 25 points in the game.
There's high percentage shot, and then there are 100% shots. That's as close as it gets right there.
Intercepted by Lewis. And here is Bryant. He's got 36. The Lakers are the NBA champs. A dream come true as they defeat the Magic 119-117. The Lakers lost only one game in the entire postseason.
That's a remarkable feat, Kevin. But when you play with poise, when you execute on offense, and you play physically at the defensive end of the floor, you got a chance to do exactly what they did.
That's it, and we've got a winner. It's been a long, long trip to the NBA Finals, but it's been a great ride. For Clark Kellogg and Cheryl Miller and everyone at 2K Sports, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching and see you next season.
Sometimes I lay under the moon, I think I'm breathing, and I pray, don't take me soon, cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, 'cause we all lose when they bleed on the souls of the innocent. Drenched pavement, keep on moving though the water stay raging. In this maze, you can lose your way, your way. In my job, you crazy, but don't let it face you, no way, no way. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. One day this all will change, trick people the same. Stop with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, singing songs of freedom like. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. When I get older,